priced these? Have you looked and seen how much these luxury wagons are? My jaw hit the ground. $600, $700, up to $900. And some of these wagons don't even have some of the features that the WonderFold today has in their S3 push and pull folding wagon with a cooler. And let me tell you, every word that I just said is pretty important, because did you see her just pushing it like a stroller? That does not happen with most wagons you're going to find. You can only do the pulling. Maybe that's not as easy for you. Maybe that strains a little much. Pushing is so much easier on the body. You never find that with a wagon. How about the cooler? These upgrades that can cost $20, $30, up to $50. We included it, and that is an insulated cooler, so you're gonna have your drinks, your food nice and cool all day. And aren't they so cute, the way the coolers match perfectly back with the wagons? What a value, $95 off of retail. We have this price just until the end of today. I'm someone who already owns a WonderFold, and I'm grabbing a new one because mine doesn't have all of these upgraded features. Wider wheels, really kind of, I can't wait to show you how you put this baby together, because when you get her out of the box, she's already ready. Let me just show you the colors, because we do have some new colors here. This is the purple. Do you see how tiny this is? It's like smaller than even your littlest side table. So lovely. Here's our purple. Here's our red. Look at these great cup holders as I'm moving. Here's the blue. Love, this is our most popular here, very, very cool. Here's the forest green, so pretty, this forest green, I love it. I think, is it called Hunter or Forest? It's Hunter green, excuse me. And here is the black. And I think we have one more color available for you. It's called the Aqua, and ooh, we have Yvette Lopez here. Yvette, of course, you've been with us for 10 years. I am so impressed with how much of a punch this packs.
Yeah, it
really,
sure does.
Very impressive.
Look at all of the stuff I have in here. Now, if you were going to the beach or to the park or to the pool, and you were gonna carry all this stuff, how many trips would it take? You'd be having your little kids carry some stuff if you would. Every mom, it's too heavy.
You get halfway there and realize something dropped halfway back.
No way. Everything in one place. And as Natasha said, this is so easy. I want you to look. I want you to look at me. I'm doing donuts with this. This is so easy to maneuver. Now, I wanted to just point out right out the gate, WonderFold is a premium brand.
Yes.
This is a premium wagon. This is not a premium price today, guys. I mean, I am so impressed that we were able to offer all this to you at this price. And I do want to point out a few things that your typical wagon doesn't have. And the first thing you already mentioned, I'm pushing this. It reminds me when my kids were little, I'm pushing it like a baby stroller. It is just so comfortable. And now I have my cup holder right here. I have my cell phone, which, let's face it, these days we want this close by, right? We need this close by. We want to have our cup. It's right there accessible. This is something that's coming to you. Here's the cooler. This is something that is also extra that you're just going to attach. So first of all, it's a basket. Your cooler is insulated. This goes inside. You can fill this up with your drinks, with your snacks, and that's freeing up space in your wagon because
so
normally you put a cooler there. So,
and you're going to see the value right here on your screen in a moment. If you were to purchase all these items separately, this is a $60 attachment here, this cooler that has the bag. Maybe you do toss the cooler in the wagon. Now you have an additional bag to put the towels in. Maybe you have, a different cooler you want to toss in. But to be able to attach it on the outside and keep it insulated like that, it's going to be so convenient. You'll be using it again and again. And I know for me to have it already fit perfectly and fold perfectly with the wagon itself, it just makes for so much convenience.
I'm going to show you that in 1 second. I did want to show you this other great feature down here. See this bar right here? This is a brake. With 1 foot, you press down and you've locked this into place. So if you're on an incline, has ever happened to you, like maybe with a grocery cart, and all of a sudden it just starts taking off?
That's so
that
simple.
will not happen. And then when you want to release it, look, lift it up. That is it.
Impressive.
Oh, so
I love
again,
that as a safety feature.
This, right, and then you, this right now, so this, I don't know how much all this stuff weighs in here, but I do have something back there that weighs a whole lot that I'm going to show you. Your capacity is 180 pounds, which is huge. It's actually huge that you can hold all of this. Here's this handle here. I wanted to remind you, this is adjustable. So if you do want, maybe you want your kids to push it, or, you know, Ty's tall, you're short, you can adjust this. But what you mentioned earlier, I want you to see this, because this to me is, this is a huge selling point right here. I just have to tell you, because I do not like to assemble things.
I will not buy something that I want and need purely because I have to assemble it. Show me how it arrives to me. I take it out of the box, I order it.
It's gonna be just like this in the box. This is a cover, so you're gonna get a little cover if you wanna put that over when you're not using it. So you're gonna take your cover off. This is gonna have a little safety latch. You undo that, and then you have a little Velcro handle here.
It doesn't even fall over though when it stands up. That already is impressive.
Look at that, I know.
Mine always tips over if I try to fold it up.
And
very
then
nice.
You're gonna undo this. Now watch this, it happens quick.
Okay.
There it is. That is it. Can you believe that? So you come over here and then you just raise up, put your handle wherever you want it. You have your basket here. Now, this basket can be extra storage if you choose. Remember, you're getting the cooler. So the cooler has a home as well. But maybe if you're going on a picnic or to the park, you take the cooler out. Maybe you want to put other things in the basket. But this is all you have to do. And let's come down here and let me also point out another thing, because I'll tell you, I've had several wagons in my years, and I've never had one with wheels like this.
No.
Which make a huge difference. These are 3.5 inches in diameter. These are all in width here. These are, they rotate 360 degrees, so you can see that going on. They're all terrain. So what this means to you is when you're going over the gravel and the grass and the cobblestone and the sand, you're gonna glide. You're gonna glide over it. And that's so important, because when you do have it packed to capacity, you still want to be able to roll it, right?
Of
you
course.
want to be able to roll it. You don't want to be able to...
WonderFold has perfected this. This is what they do. You know, they know how to put a really excessive weight amount in this and still have it work perfectly, because the engineering is done ahead of time. And you can tell that really beautiful, thoughtful engineering even in where the cooler is, where the additional bag is. I was so impressed with your assembly, Yvette. Congratulations.
Did you see
it took
that?
you 2 seconds, I counted.
Okay, and then when you're ready to put it away, right?
Does this not fall? Because mine falls over.
You know,
it does.
You were reminding me to
I'm just telling you all the problems I have with mine.
So this just bounces, this bounces right back. WonderFold has thought about everything here. They want this to be easy for you to maneuver. They don't want you going on the floor picking this up. This snaps right into place.
Wow.
And then you can push this back down when you're ready to go, right? Now, here's the best part. At the end of a long day, after you've done everything, I'm gonna move this up because I want you guys to be able to see inside, okay?
I love that purple color. Gosh, that's pretty.
It is pretty, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
Oh, and let's not forget, you have an additional 8 pockets, 8 pockets in here. By the way, these dimensions are 35, 17, 10 inches of height, which is huge, because that way you can carry all your chairs and tall things. But in here, you have a little loop. When you're ready to fold this up, put your finger there, pull up, push it together. Here you go. And then all you have to do is lift it and put it right in the car.
How much does that weigh?
Under 30 pounds.
Wow.
How about that?
I'm gonna try to lift it. I'm gonna see.
You can lift it.
Oh, that is pleasantly surprising. Genuinely, I know we weren't on camera, but I had a little, I'm pleasantly surprised by that, actually. And then when you put it down, it doesn't tip over.
No,
so
it
the
sure
sturdiness, it's balanced. And of course, we love, love, love our prices here when you can use a flex pay and get home something that's already at a great deal. What that means is any credit card, any major credit card that you have, you don't have to fill something out, you don't have to get approved for it. It's not very complicated. It's really just clicking a little box when you go to checkout. I was so pleasantly surprised to find that in order to take advantage of the Flex Pay program, all it took was being able to just click the box. When it says Flex, do you want to use Flex? Go for it. And that means you're going to have 4 months to pay for this wagon. You just pay $35 the first month, then $35 the second, the third, and the fourth, and that's it. but you're not waiting 4 months for us to ship it to you. It's not like it's layaway. It's not like we're waiting on it. There's no additional interest each of those months. It's just the actual cost split out 25% each month. And that's what we do for any credit card holder. You can just click Flex and pay $35 and you get it right now. If you do have your HSN credit card, you get an extra month on all of our wonderful products. That would bring this down to $28 for the month. Really, really wonderful to have that $95 off of our retail and also have 4 or 5 months to pay for it without paying anything extra, just using the program.
I love that HSN lets you do that. I really do.
Me too, because I want it right now.
Right now. Well, you do want it right now because we're at the tail end of spring, and let's talk about spring, right? What do? We like to get in our garden.
Oh, so convenient.
Look at everything I have in here. You have the bird feed, the flowers, the potting mix, the shovel, all the stuff. And when you can pull this around your yard and do what you want to do with everything in one place, this is doing the work for you. And I will tell you, this is, I read the reviews from last year. So many people loved it for gardening because people love gardening. But if your gardening can be less work, right? Less work where you can pull this around. And then I wanted to go ahead and show you this because there's a lot of people that live in apartments or condos. Maybe they live in an urban area where you're going to the grocery store and then you got to take all your stuff up an elevator, or how are you going to do it without a wagon? Right?
And there are places now where they won't even give you bags when you go grocery shopping, or you have to pay extra or any of that.
Yes.
Look, okay, I need to let you know a secret. I actually didn't even tell you this. My parents and my sister, they live together, right? They have an old shopping cart at their home. I'm not even joking. Mom, I'm so sorry I just put you on blast. I told your secret to the world. Because they can't make 5, 6 trips to and from the car back into the home. So if you're someone who's taking home those groceries, maybe the big box store, and you know it's a little heavier, you need something to put them all in. Now it's one trip from the car to the home. Think of the time you'll save. Think of the backache. Think of the safety of not trying to carry and balance these bags. And heaven forbid, as my husband says, don't be a hero. Don't try to carry more than you can because you'll fall. The bag can break.
Exactly.
This is safe. You can do it at your pace. It's leisurely. And the best part is you can't take a shopping cart room to room in your home and actually use it for a million other reasons, but you can with this one. How much can you fit in this, by the way, Yvette?
Well, I wanted to show you this one.
Okay.
Now, this is a special one because I have 3 dogs at home. Now, I normally don't buy this much dog food, but I'm very familiar with these very heavy bags. These are 40-pound bags of dog food. I have 5 of those in here. So you do the math. And what I really wanted you to show, I wanted to show you that even with 200 pounds in here of dog food, look at this maneuverability.
Wow.
Look at the way I can turn. Look at the way I can pull and I can push. So when you have something of this durability, of this quality, even when it's filled to capacity, you can still move it easy. And that is huge. I want you to take a look at the frame down here. This is all powder-coated steel. Okay, this is a very strong frame, able to hold all of this. Your liner is a very durable polyester liner. You can see how the liner goes over the frame here. There are additional buckles that buckle the lining onto the frame. So when it is filled to capacity, you're not gonna have that sagging and drooping. So it's here, WonderFold has just thought about all these details to improve the durability, and remember, powder coated, so if you have it out in the weather and it gets rained on, this isn't gonna chip, it's not gonna rust.
You know, when you see industrial kind of, platforms that people use in those repair stores, they want to push them. And that's one of the things, is we pull our wagons naturally. It's what you may mentally think of when you think of a wagon like this, but it's so ergonomically beneficial to have that option to be able to push as well. You can push, you can pull, you can have one person doing each. I know my daughter is gonna be wanting to at least pretend to be doing one of them while I do the other. But this is something where I've looked at other wagons like this, and even with WonderFold, go ahead, look around. These WonderFold wagons, they can go for $500, $600, like I said, up to $900. And for the S3, that has these really fun new features, the wide wheels, the pushing availability. It comes completely assembled for you. And we're including the cooler, and we're including the cup holder and the phone holder here that you don't have to try to clasp one on and figure out, oh, now it's sliding off. I've tried all of that. This is all of the problems I've been dealing with at a fantastic value, almost $100 off. And remember, with any credit card, you're really getting it home for $35. I mean, that is really impressive. Let's see how much we can actually fit in here, because sometimes our eyes will deceive us.
And this is why I wanted to pull this one out.
Yeah.
So we go to football games in the fall, so we do tailgating. And to carry things back and forth, right? So let's take a look at what we have here. You know, I'm cheering my team on. I got a cooler. I have a picnic basket. So I'm going to take all this. Now,
I would not have wanted to carry this.
Be careful with that. That's your charcoal. And we can just keep unloading this. I have a nice blanket here. There's a couple of chairs there.
Wow, and even like when you think about it, camping, tailgating, of course, your beach days, your park days. I'm a big believer in doing all birthday parties outside somewhere free. I mean, this is something where you're not saying, I'm the one who's now relegated to go back to the car and do the 6 trips to and from the car to unpack everything.
So you have a grill there, you have a table that we're gonna put out.
Wow.
Now, I want you to think about getting all of this stuff out into, oh, wait a second, I have, look at all this water I have in here, and yeah.
Wow.
Let's put this down, my home team, I had to put that out here. So we have all our drinks in here.
Oh, so convenient.
And we have our cup holder, and we have our cell phone. There's a couple, oh, thank you, I'm gonna make some burgers. So, you know, what we wanna look at here is, could you imagine all the trips we would have to make? And honestly, I could have put more stuff in there. I really could have even put more stuff, okay? So the whole thing is, when you are going tailgating to the park, to the beach, all these places, let the wagon do this work for you. Just make that one trip, load it up one time, you unfold it so easily, and then it's there for you. It's there for you at the end of the day. Who in the heck at the end of a long day wants to lug all this stuff back? That is the worst, I'm telling you. If you can just get it and honestly just kind of toss it in your wagon, and there's plenty of room, so you can just kind of toss your stuff in here.
And even the 8 bags, that little, you know, all of the different 8 pockets on either side, and there's some that are a little bit more narrow, some that are about, 10 inches long. That's going to make the keeping an eye on the things you want to know where they are so much easier. Maybe, you want to make sure you have a bag with your keys or your wallet in one thing. Everyone's cell phones can go in the other. Oh, this is where all the snacks for the kid are, and I want to know that's always in that little pocket. There's so many pockets here, and any lady who ever owned a purse knows all the magic is in the amount of pockets that you get. Right?
Yes,
so
that's
many
exactly
pockets, plus the cooler. How many bottles of water did that just hold?
I think I had like 14 in there.
What?
I could have put more. So, you can just keep, and remember, at the end of the day, who wants to be, just put it in there. You have the depth, just throw it in here. Let me get my table, and let me get my little barbecue grill here. And let's just get the heck out of here, man. Only one trip. You just load this up.
Wow.
Any old way, right? There you go. Just toss it in there. That's all you got to do. Don't forget the football.
Don't forget the football.
Can't forget that.
And it takes moments, and everything's done.
And I'm gone. That's it. I don't have to go back and forth, and the kids are crying because they're tired. You're out of here. That's it.
And you will do more things with your family when the process is made simple for you.
I agree.
The process of going to the beach, to the lake, to the game, just to their game. Think about how much more comfortable you would be if you brought your own chair, your own blanket, your own fan, all the things that are just too inconvenient to grab because you're making multiple trips, you don't have somewhere to put them. This is really impressive, and I love that we've added in the cup holder and the phone holder here. And this is, by the way, a pretty wide phone holder.
This is going all in there,
99.9% of phones is
you know what happens when you don't have a place for this? I start like putting it in weird places in my clothing, and then it falls and it breaks or you lose it. You always know where it is.
Yes.
You have a place for, I love this addition. And Natasha, I love what you were telling me earlier that, yes, we're gonna use it to go to the pool, we're gonna use it to go to the beach, we're gonna use it to go to a concert, or actually I wanted you to think about if you go to craft shows or farmers markets where you don't have any buggy, you don't have a cart. So whatever you
Antiquing, all of
buy,
it, yeah.
you're just kind of carrying. This is perfect for that. But let's think about just in your own home.
Yes.
What were you telling me earlier?
I was saying when it comes to just delivering the laundry from room to room, I was doing this morning with my daughter, and everything's going to be toppling out of my arms. Even if you're just someone who says, I'm going to deliver the laundry, the blankets from room to room, that makes it easier. One trip, things aren't falling over, totally easy. But my family's big in crafting, especially my mother and my sister and I, and we have a tendency to not be able to use our dining room table for weeks at a time, because once we set up a craft, there is no opportunity for us to kind of pack it away and then use that table in the meantime. Having something where you're not putting everything away back in its space, but saying, I'm gonna get back to this project, whether it's crafting, maybe you're doing repairs, maybe you're painting a wall. We have some wonderful paints coming up in the hour, and it really made me think of this. Sometimes I'll just cordon off a whole room and say, can't go in there, I haven't finished that painting project yet, and everything's all spread out on the ground. Imagine just being able to put all of those repair supplies, all of those paint supplies, those art supplies, all those crafting supplies that are kind of taking over your room, and saying, I know I'm not done yet, but now I can at least use my space in the meantime. That would make my life a lot easier.
It really does.
Yes.
And then the fact that when you're done with it, here's your footprint. I mean, this
It's so small.
This is, you can put this in any corner. You can put this in a mudroom. You can I just keep mine in a corner of my garage. You're not gonna put this way far away and at it. You know why? Because you use it so often, and when you're ready to use it, this is all you have to do. To me, that is why I will use this over and over again.
Yes.
Because when I think about, well, do I want to use the wagon? Is it a hassle to get out? No, of course it's not. That's all I do.
It'll be the easiest part of your day.
Yes, and then I fill everything up, and you use it around the house. I remember reading the reviews from last year. So many people used it. We had some storms that came around, and a lot of tree branches came down. They went around their yard, basically collected all the debris.
Wow.
Pulled it around, put it in the front where they would come pick it up. But just think about this. You will use this just around your house, in addition to taking it to all the different events.
I agree. I know we're talking a lot about taking it places, but I told this, to you, I was in Hollywood for several years. If you are in any way living in a place where you don't drive right up to your doorway, this is a must-have. If you are someone who parks a block away, if you are someone who is in an apartment and takes the elevator, I just moved out of an apartment last year, this is a must-have. You are now able to do your grocery shopping and load everything into your wagon, get it in the elevator, and then get right into your home. I know that apartment living has lots of conveniences, but the main inconvenience is getting things to and from your apartment. It's a must-have. By the time you use this once, you'll say, that was worth the entire cost of admission.
You sure will.
You absolutely will. Let's go over the colors again, because they're so fun, Yvette.
Yes,
what do you think?
Absolutely.
So over here we have the aqua.
Yeah, let me turn this one around so you guys can see it.
And you can let us know. I know I wasn't here last year when they sold out. They were a weekly deal drop and they sold out. We brought them back and we have a couple new colors, right?
This is brand new.
Oh, it's so pretty.
This one's brand new. I think it's so pretty for beach, pool, summertime.
It is. I love it.
That one's brand new.
The purple, it's interesting. I'm usually not a purple gal, but it might actually be my favorite. It's so
I like
pretty.
it. Yeah,
I
like the
especially
purple
love the
a lot.
purple cooler. Here's our red here. Now, our best seller today has been the blue. It really is nice. And remember, you're getting that blue cooler included, and the cup holder and the phone holder, and really the basket that the cooler is in. This is our hunter green, so pretty. I would almost even say the hunter green is like a deep teal. It has like a blue-green essence to it, and then here is our black. So you're gonna choose your color, and when it arrives, 0 assembly. And I say that with a straight face, meaning you take it out of the box, and then you just pull up a tab, or close a tab, and that's how the entire operation works. All of that wonderful, WonderFold technology that people pay in the $500, $600, $700, $800, $900 for, that's the technology you're getting with this. You're getting those extra ride wheels. You're getting that turn on a dime rotation. You're getting everything you want in a wagon and then some at a price that will go back up at least $60 tomorrow. And we know that by midnight, that's it. And you're getting $95 off if you were to purchase anywhere else. I really am impressed with every inch of this, Yvette.
Well,
it is a top of the line wagon.
It is, and that's what WonderFold is bringing us here. And
Yes.
you know, when they came last year, they have their wagons on HSN's website, but it was the first time we had enough quantity to be able to present it. People went nuts. You know why? Because they know the name. They know the brand. They know the quality. They know how sought after they are. And I was so excited to hear we were going to be able to do a Today Special and offer it to our customers at this price. I want to tell you, Father's Day is coming up close. And last year, I actually gave my brother one for Father's Day. He lives on some property. He has this great workshop shed on, you know, a couple of acres. And he has to constantly take things from the main house to the shed. He loves this. He said, Yvette, this is the best gift you have ever given me, ever. We went over there for Thanksgiving. He has an extra oven in the shed. You know how we got our turkey? It came by Wagon.
Oh my God, I love it!
Cooked the turkey, put the turkey in there with the things and pulled it up. And he goes, I would have never thought about that use.
Yes.
But that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get this home and you're gonna go like this. You're gonna go, oh, I can use the wagon. I can use the wagon
I can
for
use
that.
the wagon. That's such a
can use the
wonderful
wagon.
point. And for gifting, men are not easy to buy gifts for.
No.
They really aren't. They want something that's useful. You know, women want something that's useful too.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes we're a little bit more vocal about the things we love. He may not have said to you straight out, I want the wagon. But when he gets a wagon, he is going to use it all the time, whether it's the work around the home, the yard work, getting those big items to and from certain areas, of course, loading and unloading the car. And my husband has fallen in love with our wagon, and I have to say it pales in comparison. First of all, it falls over whenever we try to fold it up.
Right.
The armrest itself, this handle, this top pops down and doesn't pop right back up again. There's no cooler. And
still you love your wagon. So if you don't have a utility wagon, it will change your life, right?
I agree.
If you have one, this is a great upgrade.
It is an upgrade.
For the reasons that you just mentioned.
Yes.
You're able to push it. You have those all-terrain wheels that are you're gonna glide over any surface. To me, that's huge. You have the large capacity. So, I mean, this is, you know, I said this is easily 180.
Yes.
I had 200 pounds of dog food in there. You saw the way I did some circles with it. This is what WonderFold is bringing you. This is a fantastic present. I'd probably pick a couple up and hold on to them for Christmas, because I don't know if we're gonna be around again before then.
It's time for my parents to toss out the old shopping cart.
Yeah, I think so. I think this would be a wonderful present for them.
And what I really love too is today we have our $40 off if you sign up for our HSN credit card. And look, some days we get a 10, 15, we're excited for that. $40 means all you have to do is call that number that you're seeing on your screen. It's just kind of an apply and buy. You don't have to wait for the card to arrive in the mail in order to use it. We'll give you that number right over the phone. And then you can use it and receive $40 off of your purchase, which brings us down to under $100 total. That is a very special deal. So if you are joining us and you're not yet an HSN VIP member, welcome, congratulations. This is an excellent, excellent item to start your journey with our family on, because you're going to find getting it for $99 and change. Wow, you will not find that value anywhere else. And of course, you'll always have the extra flex payments on any of our wonderful items, as well as no annual fee. So I love that card. It's really, really wonderful. So we're going to be moving on here to an item that I need